Hello again, seniors. This is 5 things about Gulliver's Travels in 5 minutes. Gulliver's Travels, although you might not be very familiar initially, has really become part of the collective consciousness over time. There have been many film adaptations and even one in recent years with Jack Black playing Gulliver. And I can still remember this song from my childhood. Gulliver's Travels is a satire, meaning even though it's fiction, it's making fun of how ridiculous some real-life events are. We still do this today. A lot of comedians in the news like Stephen Colbert or even sketch comedy shows like Saturday Night Live use satire and exaggerate in order to poke fun. In particular, Jonathan Swift, the author of Gulliver's Travels, is commenting on colonialism and religious conflict between Catholics and Protestants. So Gulliver is first washed ashore on the island of Lilliput, where he's a giant surrounded by tiny people. There are 2 disagreements going on, one within Lilliput between 2 political parties, and one between Lilliput and their neighboring country of Blefuscu. Lilliput was like England with 2 political parties who couldn't get their act together, and Blefuscu was like France because the 2 countries always seemed to be at war with one another for dumb reasons. One of the most important things about satire is in the point of view. The characters in the story take everything very seriously. From their point of view, something as small as the side you start eating your egg from is a serious debate. But Gulliver, being the outsider, recognizes the silliness of it, and in turn, we as the audience do too. Again, this sounds very much like a comedy routine. Generally, the scene happens when an outsider is invited to see something ridiculous that others take seriously. The worldview of the people of Lilliput might just be as small as they are. It's impossible for them to believe any other countries exist besides Lilliput and their enemies, Blefuscu. They say Gulliver must have dropped from the moon. This again represents the point of view of England and France in the 18th century. They thought the world revolved around them, and all other lands were open for conquering. We need to remember that just because someone is different from us, it doesn't mean they dropped from the moon. Learning how to identify point of view in literature helps us to broaden our own. I hope that helps you to answer the questions. If you have any concerns or further questions, go ahead and put them in the comment section, and I'll be sure to take a look. Thanks, and we'll see you next week.